Welcome to Small Stories, Big Healing, where old teachings speak softly into modern lives.
When you cannot stop checking your phone, when silence feels uncomfortable, and the world seems to move faster than your heart can breathe, have you ever wondered what your soul is trying to tell you? Have you ever noticed how your hand reaches for a screen before your mind even decides to? How one quick glance turns into an hour gone, and somehow you feel more tired than before. If you know this feeling, this short story is for you. This is Unplug to Recharge from Small Stories, Big Healing. Once upon a time, in a city made of glass and glowing signs, there lived a young man named Noah. Noah was not unhappy exactly. He had work that paid the bills, friends who sent funny messages, and a world of music, news, and stories that lived inside his pocket. But Noah carried a quiet exhaustion that sleep did not cure. Each morning, before his feet touched the floor, his fingers touched the screen. A flood of updates poured in, headlines, opinions, alerts, other people's wins, other people's anger, other people's perfect lives. Noah would whisper to himself, just 5 minutes. And then 5 became 15. 15 became 40. And by the time he stood, his mind already felt crowded, as if he had invited 1,000 strangers into his home before breakfast. At work, Noah tried to focus, but his thoughts kept drifting like a kite tugged by many winds. A small vibration, a tiny light, a quiet pull. Even when there was no notification, Noah felt the urge to check, as if the phone was not just an object, but a door he feared to leave closed. At lunch, he sat with coworkers, but half of him was somewhere else. A friend sent a message. A new video appeared. A breaking news banner rolled across the screen. Noah nodded at conversations without truly hearing them. He laughed a second too late. And when he got home, he told himself he deserved to relax. So he sank into his couch, opened his favorite apps, and drifted through the glowing river until night arrived. But when he finally set the phone down, the room felt strangely empty. Not peaceful, just empty. His chest would tighten, as if his mind had forgotten how to be alone with itself. He would reach for the phone again, not because he wanted joy, but because he wanted relief from that uneasy silence. One evening, after hours of scrolling, Noah looked at the dark window and saw his reflection. His eyes were open, but tired. His face was lit by a small rectangle of light, and in that moment, he felt something painful and honest. "I'm always connected," he whispered, "and yet I feel alone." The next day, on his way home from work, Noah noticed a narrow street he had never taken before. It was quieter there, less noise, less rush. And at the corner, he saw a small shop with a hand-painted sign that read, "Clock and Lantern Repair." The shop looked old, the kind of place that had survived many trends by refusing to chase them. Inside, lamps hung like sleepy moons, and clocks ticked in a slow, steady choir. Behind the counter stood an elderly woman with silver hair and calm, watchful eyes. Her name was Miss Sato. Noah didn't know why, but he stepped inside as if his feet had decided before his mind could argue. A tiny bell chimed, and Miss Sato looked up. She did not rush to greet him. She simply smiled, as if she had been expecting him for a long time. Noah cleared his throat. I'm not here to repair anything," he said, embarrassed. "I don't even know why I came in." Miss Sato nodded gently, as if that made perfect sense. Sometimes, she said, we enter a quiet place because something in us is tired of noise. Noah swallowed. He glanced at the clocks, at the lanterns, at the stillness that filled the shop like clean air. Then he admitted the truth. I feel restless, he said. I can't stop checking my phone. Even when nothing is happening, I feel like I'm missing something. And when I finally put it down, I feel worse. Miss Sato's eyes softened. She reached beneath the counter and brought out a small lantern. It was simple, made of pale paper and wood. She placed it on the counter between them. Do you know, she asked, why people used lanterns before electric lights? Noah shrugged. To see, he said. Ms. Sato smiled. Yes, but also to respect darkness. Noah blinked, confused. She tapped the lantern gently. When you carry a lantern, she said, you do not try to light the whole world. You light only what you need. The next step, the next breath, the next moment. Noah stared at it, feeling something inside him settle just a little. Ms. Sato continued. But your phone, she said softly, tries to light everything at once. Noah gave a small, uneasy laugh. That's true. Ms. Sato reached into a drawer and pulled out a small jar filled with water. At first glance, the water looked cloudy, as if dust had been stirred into it. She held it up. This is your mind, she said. Noah leaned in. It looks messy, he admitted. Ms. Sato nodded. Every notification, she said, is like a finger stirring the jar. A headline, a message, a comment, a new video, another opinion. Stir, stir, stir. She set the jar down and placed it beside the lantern. And then you wonder, she said, why you cannot see clearly. Noah watched the cloudy water and felt as though she had named something he had not been able to explain. So what do I do? Noah asked. Should I just throw my phone away? Miss Sato chuckled gently. No, she said. The problem is not the tool. It is the way we hold it. She leaned closer. Tell me, she asked, when you drink salt water, does it satisfy your thirst? Noah shook his head. No, it makes you want more. Miss Sato nodded. Much of what you consume on that screen is like salt water, she said. A little taste feels interesting, but it does not nourish, so you keep drinking and you grow thirstier. Noah felt his throat tighten. He had never thought of it that way, but it was true. Miss Sato opened a small wooden box and took out something unexpected, a smooth stone. She placed it in Noah's palm. It was cool and heavy, simple and real. Close your eyes, she said. Noah hesitated, then obeyed. Now, Miss Sato said softly, tell me what you feel. Noah frowned, focusing. The stone is cold, he said. It's solid. He paused. It's quiet, he added, surprised. Miss Sato's voice was calm, like a slow river. This stone does not want your attention, she said. It does not demand you react. It does not chase you. It simply exists. Noah opened his eyes. And what happens inside you, Ms. Sato asked, when you are with something that does not demand you? Noah looked down at the stone and answered honestly, I feel calmer. Ms. Sato nodded. Your nervous system, she said, is like water. When it is constantly shaken, it cannot settle. But when you give it stillness, it returns to its nature. Noah glanced at the jar again. The cloudiness was beginning to sink, slowly, almost invisibly. Miss Sato said, "I will give you a small practice, not a punishment, a kindness." She reached for a notepad and wrote 3 simple words, "Unplug to return." Then she handed the note to Noah. "For 7 days," she said, "choose 1 hour each evening. 1 hour." Noah raised his eyebrows. "Only 1?" he asked. Miss Sato smiled. "Even a small door can lead you out of a burning room," she said. Noah's shoulders loosened, as if he had been holding something too long. "What do I do during the hour?" he asked. Miss Sato pointed gently to the lantern and the clocks. "You do nothing that feeds noise," she said. "No scrolling, no news, no comments, no comparing your life to other people's highlight reels." She paused. "Instead," she continued, "do something quiet and human." She counted on her fingers. "Make tea, take a slow walk, wash dishes with full attention, stretch your body, write a few honest sentences. Sit by a window and watch the sky change colors." Noah listened, and oddly, these simple suggestions felt more inviting than all the glowing content waiting in his pocket. Miss Sato leaned forward. "And when your hand reaches for the phone," she said, "do not hate yourself. Do not shame yourself. Simply notice." She placed the lantern closer. "Tell yourself," she said, "Ah, the mind is looking for salt water again," and then return to what is real. Noah tucked the note into his wallet, still holding the stone. He didn't know why, but his eyes stung a little. It wasn't sadness exactly. It was the relief of being understood. That night, Noah chose his hour. At first, it felt uncomfortable. His fingers twitched as if searching for something. His mind whispered, "Check just once. You might have missed something. What if someone needs you?" Noah almost gave in, but then he remembered the jar of cloudy water. He remembered how stillness was not emptiness. It was space for the mind to settle. So he left his phone in a drawer. He made a cup of tea. He sat by the window and watched the street below. At first, he felt bored. Then he felt restless. Then something unexpected happened. He began to notice things. A dog trotting with its owner. A couple laughing under an umbrella. A breeze that made the tree branches bow like polite old friends. Noah took a slow breath, and for the first time in a long time, he felt present. Not perfectly calm, not magically healed, but present. The next day, he returned to Miss Sato's shop. He didn't plan to, but his feet found the street again. When he entered, the clocks were still ticking their patient song. Miss Sato looked up and smiled. "How was your hour?" she asked. Noah exhaled. "It was hard," he admitted. "But it was also peaceful. I didn't realize how loud my life had become." Miss Sato nodded. "Of course," she said. "If you live beside a waterfall long enough, you forget it is loud." Noah smiled faintly. Then his expression grew serious. "But why," he asked, "does the phone have so much power over me?" Miss Sato's voice remained gentle. "Because it offers you many things at once," she said. "Stimulation, validation, distraction, the promise that you are not alone." She paused. "And yet," she continued, "it often steals the very thing you seek." Noah tilted his head. "What does it steal?" he asked. Miss Sato pointed to his chest. "Your own company," she said. "Your own mind in its natural state. Your own quiet wisdom." Noah felt those words settle like the clear water at the bottom of the jar. Miss Sato picked up the lantern again. "Do you know what happens," she asked, "when you stare at bright light too long?" "It hurts your eyes," Noah said. Yes, Miss Sato replied. And when you stare at constant digital light, it can also hurt the heart, because the heart needs darkness too. Noah's brow furrowed. Darkness, he repeated. Miss Sato nodded. The darkness of rest, she said. The darkness where you are not performing, not reacting, not consuming. She smiled softly. Like soil, she added. Seeds grow in darkness first, not in a spotlight. Noah looked down at the stone again and felt a quiet gratitude. Over the next week, Noah kept his promise. 1 hour each evening he unplugged. The first 3 days were the hardest. His mind bargained. Just a quick check. This doesn't matter. You're being dramatic. But Noah noticed something. Each time he resisted the urge became smaller, like a wave that returns to the ocean when it is not fed. On the 4th day, during his unplugged hour, Noah went for a walk. He left his phone behind. He expected to feel anxious, but instead he felt lighter. He heard birds. He heard his footsteps. He noticed how the evening air smelled like clean rain, and he realized that his senses had been starving, not for content, but for life. On the 6th day, Noah sat at his table with a notebook. He wrote one sentence. I am tired of running. Then another. I want to come home to myself. He paused, and tears fell quietly onto the page. Not because he was broken, but because he had been numb. And now he was returning. On the 7th day, Noah visited Ms. Sato again. This time, he carried the stone in his pocket, like a small reminder of reality. Ms. Sato listened as he described the week. When he finished,
she nodded slowly. Now, she said, tell me what you learned. Noah thought carefully. I learned, he said, that my phone wasn't just stealing time, it was stealing my attention. He looked up. And my attention, he added, is my life. Ms. Sato's eyes warmed. Yes, she said. Your attention is the water that makes your life grow. She pointed toward the jar again. The water inside was now clear. Noah stared at it as if seeing his own mind for the first time. Ms. Sato spoke gently, but with certainty. A digital detox, she said, is not about hating technology. It is about loving your mind enough to let it rest. Noah nodded. And what should I do now? He asked. Miss Sato smiled. Do not aim for perfection, she said. Aim for rhythm. She held up one finger. Each day, she said, choose small moments to return to yourself. She held up another. Before you touch your phone in the morning, touch your breath. A third. Before sleep, give your mind darkness, not endless light. Then she said something Noah would remember for years. Let the screen be a window, she said, not a cage. Noah stood quietly, feeling the truth of it in his bones. He bowed his head in thanks. And as he left the shop, he noticed something. The city was still busy. The signs still glowed. People still hurried. But Noah did not feel pulled in the same way. He felt like water that had stopped fighting the current and begun to flow where it needed to go. He reached into his pocket and felt the smooth stone. Then he breathed, slowly, fully, and he walked home as if he had been given back to his own life. And now, my friend, here is the lesson hidden inside Noah's journey.
Many of us believe we are relaxing when we scroll, but often we are simply escaping ourselves. The mind becomes like muddy water when it is constantly stirred, and a phone, for all its usefulness, can stir the mind endlessly if we never set it down. A digital detox is not a harsh rule. It is a gentle return. Return to your breath. Return to your senses. Return to the people in front of you. Return to the quiet place inside you that has been waiting patiently beneath the noise. You do not need to abandon technology. You only need to remember your attention is precious. Spend it like it is your life, because it is. If this story brought you even a small sense of calm, I invite you to stay connected with us. This is Small Stories, Big Healing. Short tales to soothe your heart and guide your steps. If this story should reach more people who are struggling with digital overload, please don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who might need this reminder, and comment below, what does unplugging mean to you? Your one comment may encourage someone else who feels overwhelmed tonight. And if you'd like more stories that bring gentle comfort and insight, please subscribe. And ring the notification bell so you don't miss the next healing tale. Until then, remember, even the brightest screen cannot replace the quiet light of a present heart. Small Stories, Big Healing will be here with another tale whenever your heart needs a gentle reminder.